Something's going down in your town. Who else is running towards you now? Take a look around. Running towards the danger, never ever running from it. Risk your only life for a stranger. Yeah, man, I've done it. Lace those boots up. Strap that vest down.
Alright, everybody, B. Richards has a new buddy, George. She's trying to woo him, and it looks like he showed up to pick her up at the hospital, so we're gonna record this as well. My name is not Colonel Sanders, it's Bea Landers.
Oh, sorry, Ned Flanders. Were you in the army, were you?
No.
Is that why you got that name?
No, I was not in the army.
You were a decorated soldier.
I've been to the Salvation Army a couple of times, but that's nothing of the sort.
Blimey, if that's how you become a soldier, I've probably fought in a few wars.
This is a delightful car you have, George.
Thank you. I was just thinking about the war I had in the Salvation Army when I had to choose between $5 socks and $10 socks.
That sounds like quite a kerfuffle.
Now, I heard a bit of thing on the radio. I don't know if you wanted to go and see. I heard a bit of kerfuffle. I think it's on Vespucci Beach, actually.
Oh, yes, dear. George, I believe on the green lights you're supposed to drive.
I'm glad you're here for that, because I honestly have a lot of trouble.
I'm more of the side. You pick a color you like and just go with it.
Is that green light for me, or is that green light for them? I don't even know.
They have terrible signals in this city, George.
Hey, you want to get out and reenact the Beatles?
There you go. Green light, George.
Oh!
George, let go of the go button. Be careful.
Sorry, I was a little bit... I thought I was going one way, but I went the other way instead, see?
Oh, look at the bridge off in the distance. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, wait, George.
Yes, it was amazing.
George, you got to go to the proper turns section. You can't go over the grass like that.
Sorry, officer.
I'm not an officer.
Officer. Did they just water it, did they?
I'm not an officer, George.
Sorry. Is it your day off, is it?
I'm retired.
So you used to be an officer?
No, I was not.
You said you were retired for being an officer.
I never said that, George. You're just getting confused again.
Oh, sorry, lass.
What about my ass?
Anyway. You're a sorry ass.
George, be careful. This is where the cars go fast.
Oh no, I'm having flashbacks, officer. This is way too soon. We can't be making jokes about driving on the freeway.
You have to. You get off at the next exit. No, you just got on and...
I need to take you to Spooky Beach.
George, do you know where you're going?
Now. Honestly, I'm not from the city. I have no idea where we're going.
You haven't had anything to drink tonight, have you, George?
I don't drink myself, no. I drink alcohol, though, but I don't drink myself.
George, have you drank any alcohol tonight?
Ring, Trevor.
Oh! I think Sally was having a bit of party before we left tonight.
Ring 182.
Sound muted.
Oh, whoopsies. I think we've got to turn left up here, lass.
Well, as long as we get there safely, I don't care. George, easy on, easy. You struck that vehicle in front of us there, George. Be careful.
It's alright, what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him.
Apparently, the driver doesn't even notice. Move it along, idiot.
It's a green light!
I don't think so, George, but I'll take your word for it. These damn kids these days, they've never learned how to drive. Look at that, the idiot just drove through a red light. There's this gentleman on the left here trying to race us. Don't rev your engine at George. George used to drive in the Formula 1. Oh, George, watch out for the post. And not the mail service. Oh, isn't the water beautiful this time of night?
This is actually a road.
Be careful, George. This is an alley. I believe. I don't know. It looks like we're close by houses, yes? You want me to ask directions?
Oh, excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Is this an alley or a road? Miss?
Lady!
Miss. Lady, is this an alley or a road?
You cheap frumpet, wait for George.
Yeah, no, I ain't got a problem.
Hey,
I'm innocent.
George
innocent.
has no problem. What is your problem?
I mean, I guess I have a few medical problems, but... What, you call me a loser? Blooming heck. Go get a haircut, love.
George, let's just drive along. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, no. Well, apparently there's a bicycle shop up here.
There is. That's lovely.
Wanted to get some new polish for Sally because after that crash she was left pretty mangled, you know.
Poor Sally. Easy, George. I would tell you to keep it in between the navigational beacons, but we don't have any of those. Why do people walk in the middle of the road, George?
I don't know. Is it pedestrians?
I'm not sure.
Scrapey. Do you know where these bike shops are, lad?
I seem to recall when I was shopping here one day, they might have one down the road. It's somewhere. Oh, easy, George, easy.
Good.
All right. We have to go down through this tunnel here, and I think it's further down on the boardwalk.
I just want to get some new polish to polish up Sally's wheels and stuff. Gosh, are you up for a swim tonight?
Do you see it, George?
Here we are. This looks like a bike shop.
Well, let's get out and take a look.
This is Spooky Beach, isn't it?
I think the bike shop might be further down. I'm not sure. I don't have my glasses, so I can't tell.
It's right there, lass.
What's it say?
Bike rental, only $20 an hour.
Well, that seems a bit steep, don't you think?
Well, yeah, I got mine for free. Anyway,
You can't charge George for his own bike. He is not renting it. He owns it.
That's right, lads.
We do not
I'm gonna see
wish
if
to
they got
get
any
into a
polish.
contract of rental of his own vehicle transportation. What kind of shenanigans are they running here, George?
Okay, this one's all closed up.
Now you got to rattle on the cage, George. That's how they know you're here.
Here you go.
Hello, hello now.
Wake up.
Them
wake up.
kids, they're
It's
lazy
morning.
these days. They don't
That's
want
what
to
I was
work.
thinking.
Let
I
George in.
don't
He
even
needs
wanna
some
get their hands
polish.
dirty.
He needs some polish
I need
for
some polish.
Sally.
I need some porridge for Sally. What are you talking about, lass? I don't need porridge. I need
Polish, George, polish.
Yeah, that's it, polish.
Not porridge.
Sorry.
Nobody
it's
eats
just
that
your accent.
anymore.
I didn't know. I didn't know you had a Polish accent. That's what the problem was there.
I'm not
Communication
Polish.
issues. What? Why not? Why won't you help me polish, Sally?
I'll help you polish.
That's right, you're as lazy as the rest of the little kids these days.
You talking to me?
Yeah, just because you're in the army doesn't mean you have to avoid polishing.
I was not in the army. I've been to the Salvation Army. George, you're getting
yes, of
confused
course.
again.
Do you know if there's any bike shops that are open tonight? Maybe
I
down the road
don't.
a bit?
I'm not sure. This fella, he should. I think I heard some keys. Either that or it's my ringing in my ears. But I think he might be opening. I'm not sure. Young man, I know I can hear you in there. You come out now and you help George with his polish. George,
Have you got a watch on you?
hang on, let me see here. Pocket? No, watch in that pocket. This pocket here? Nope. That's just got some of my butterscotch discs. I'm not wearing one. George, look at the
No, but
sun.
butterscotch.
Look at the sun, and that should be able to tell you what time it is. Do you see
It's
the
a
sun?
moon. It's a moon.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Look at the moonlight coming out of this vending machine.
Oh, is this got some sort of periscope, telescopes thing? I don't know. Say 20 cents. Now that's reasonable.
20 cents for a bike rental, that's reasonable.
No, I think it's for the water, George.
Could you get me some water? I haven't got 20 cents.
Um,
Come on, this is a date. You asked me on the date. You've got to pay for all the foods.
well, I
And
mean,
water bottle.
and they say chivalry is dead.
Go on, get on with it. And where's my keys?
I don't have quiche here. It's at my residence.
Why is there police nearby?
Oh, dear, George, did we do
Are
something?
we in trouble? It's because we're squandering. It's because we're being like young kids.
What happened last night? I don't remember.
They don't like to see us date, I don't think. They
We're
think.
bunking off.
I woke up on San Vitus Boulevard running away from the cops.
Excuse me, we're not causing any kerfuffle. We were just trying to break into that bike store.
George, you can't say
Uh,
that. We weren't trying to break in. We were trying to get the young man to wake up
Oh,
so he
no.
could buy polish.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
coming asleep and all he wanted porridge.
Officer,
I
I'm required to
believe they
let
might
you
be-
know I'm carrying concealed weapons.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, me too.
Guys, we had a 911 call of a vehicle driving on the boardwalk and driving around on the area of the
On this
Suchi.
road here,
Yeah, and apparently
they don't like people
I
driving
think
on the roads
boardwalk-
down here?
I don't believe you can drive vehicles on here, ma'am. I think you can only use push bikes.
Well,
Oh, that's good.
he has a
I have
bike
push
in the
bike.
car.
I
So-
have a
Well,
push bike, so it's okay.
You can. Yep, you have to be riding the push bike though. You cannot be driving the vehicle up and down this
I was
area.
Well,
riding it.
We're advanced age, young man. How are we supposed to get the bike down here?
Well, you can drive the vehicle
Very
down to
advanced.
the nearest road, then get the bike out, and then ride around on the bike.
Let me ask you,
Can
young
you
man.
give us a break?
Can you tell that man to open up his shop? George needs polish for old Sally.
Ma'am,
Need
I don't believe
polish for
I
Sally?
can. I'm pretty sure they're going to be closed as it's like 10 to 2 in the morning. So I think the guy might have been closed up shop for the night.
Are you
He
aware
might
of
be
any
opening up in the morning.
24-hour bike shops? We need to get to the polish. George and Sally have had quite the day.
Do you have any polish, officer, in your car?
No, I don't. Do you
George, I don't think
what
he's
type- Do you just
polished.
need?
I just
Do you
need
just
polish.
need like shining polish to shine stuff? Is that what you need?
No, we need dirty polish to make things dirty. Yeah, of course, young man.
Well,
Nice
man,
one,
I
Colonel
was just
Sanders.
make sure.
My name is not Colonel
There-
Sanders. It's Bea Landers, George. He thinks I was in the
a lot of
army.
mechanics. Yep. There are a few shops in the area, the mechanic shop, vehicle shops, like, I believe the nearest one is Ali's Customs in Burt. They have polish that you can use. I'm pretty sure they won't charge much for it.
Are they also
just head
polish?
there and
That's
No, I don't
important when
believe
we're
they're-
doing this.
I don't believe they're Polish, but they do have the polish.
She was in the war. She knows all about Polish.
I was not in the war, George. I was never in the army.
But it is important that the polish is made by Polish people.
If you guys want, I can give you the address of the place where you can go buy some. And
Somewhat.
give you the polish.
Oh, I
Shining
thought you were
polish.
talking about quiche. George, did you want some quiche? I've got to take my pills.
Did you mention quiche?
Yeah, I think he did.
I don't
Alright
know
then.
any
Where are we going
quiche
for
places. I don't know. I didn't say anything like that, guys.
Oh.
Just
Officer, if you're going to invite us for quiche dinner,
I-
please, do it. Don't just walk
I-
away and throw it all in
Sir?
our faces.
No,
You're required
I
to
didn't.
pay
I'm
for it.
just trying to-
We're elderly.
Yes,
yeah, sir, I
it's a
didn't.
date, remember?
I was just trying to explain
We
something
can't
to you.
hear you. You got to stand close, son. We're old.
Officer,
Yeah,
officer,
I just
if you're
understand,
gonna
I
ask
just
us on
don't-
a bloomin' date, you're going to bloomin' pay for the quiche, okay?
Just, man, as long as these guys to stay in front of me while I'm talking to you, that'd be much appreciated. I don't want you standing behind me or out of my line of sight, alright?
Quit walking away. We can't hear you.
Just
Hello?
stay standing in front of me. Stay standing in front of me. I don't want
What?
you standing beside me or out of my line of sight, so I can keep an eye on you both, alright? Please? So
Well,
can you just
Jesus,
stand in front of me
stop-
while I talk to you?
Stop screaming. We're not deaf.
Can you?
George, you okay?
Okay, sir.
Did he push you?
I'm alright. Yeah, he pushed me, I think.
No, I
I would
didn't,
like
sir.
to seek to your superintendent. What is it called, George?
Superintendent Chalmers.
Yes.
Could you,
You really want me to-
get us some quiche?
Yes, I'd like to speak to the,
No, that's-
your
Sir, I
superiors.
don't know any quiche stores.
You just pushed
you
my
really
poor
want me to call the
George.
supervisor down here, Matt?
You pushed
didn't
my
lay a
poor
hand on him.
George. I
Ma'am,
seen him
I
fall.
didn't lay a hand on him. Yes, he
Call the
fell,
state
but I
trooper.
didn't touch him.
So you're saying George is
Uh,
clumsy, are you?
I'm
You're saying
not
old
saying
people,
that, ma'am. I'm just
waste
saying
of
he was
space.
on the ground. I didn't touch him, and no, I don't
You're
believe
saying
that.
old people
Now,
are stealing your
I just
hair.
got called, ma'am. Can you don't stand behind me, please?
Stop! I can't hear you, lad. Be
Then
nice.
stand beside me, not
Have you
behind
never
me. Stand
heard
in
the
front of
big,
me,
big
not
plighty
behind me.
elders?
Ma'am, I have. Just don't stand behind me, please.
George,
Just stay standing in
George,
front of me.
don't go over there. You get lost again.
Uh,
George, don't get lost. Come
This-
on now.
Guys, can you just please not be driving on the boardwalk area, all right?
Well, you
How do we
were
get the
rude to
car
us,
out?
and you told us you were going to buy us food, and you won't help us with
No,
the
I
Polish
never
polish.
said that, ma'am.
And now we
I was trying to help you with
at
the
an
polish.
impasse. You pushed poor George.
I
Ma'am,
think this is a priority call,
I didn't push
isn't it?
him.
Because you didn't give us a quiche. that
Can
you
I
said
borrow
you
your
would.
radio?
No, ma'am, you cannot. Guys, can you please not drive on the boardwalk anymore? I can give you an address of a really good place that will probably sell polish that you need.
This
I
is
don't know
age
where they're from in the world.
discrimination.
No, it's not, ma'am. I'm just trying to help you out, alright?
Did you just call me a man?
I have no issue with your age.
I'm not
I
a
said
male,
man.
I'm a female.
No, I'm saying ma'am. Alright?
He's just trying
Just-
to help female.
Can you guys just no longer drive on the boardwalk, please? And I'm gonna give, I'll give you an address of a place that should be open that will sell
Alright,
polish.
how long
okay?
should we wait
Yeah,
until your
happy-
supervisor arrives?
If you really want me to call the supervisor to waste his time,
Please do.
then I will. But
Oh,
I can't
so you
promise that
think
they'll
pushing
come.
the elderly is wasting time, do
I
you?
didn't push him. He fell on the ground. I didn't play a hand
George,
on him.
what's your
CCTV.
story?
Well, I was born in Cornwall and I became a pilot. My dad was really against that. My plane crashed in Sandy Shores and I've lived around here since.
No,
An amazing story, sir.
George, I was talking about this young man. Did he push you down or not?
Oh, yes, well, what happened is I was walking towards him and then...
Dear Lord,
You fell
man,
right there. I
be,
didn't touch
be
you.
nice to George. He's old.
Sir, I didn't
I'm
touch
old.
you. Now,
I'm very
if you want me
friendly,
to call the
that's what my
supervisor, I
resume
will.
says.
But I cannot promise that one will come down.
Well, I would like to know that someone will hold you accountable for beating the elderly and stop you from doing it.
I
going
haven't laid a
forward.
hand on yous. I haven't laid a hand on
Yes.
yous. I'm just trying to help yous out.
Now he thinks we're baby
Sorry.
sheep.
That's good.
We are not you.
No, I'm using it as a term to say both of you. Ma'am, can you stop stepping behind me,
Quit
please?
walking away. We can't hear you, young
I'll-
man.
No, I will speak to you, but don't stand behind me. Stop standing behind me.
I'm standing on your
That's
side.
right, officer.
What are you going to do? Push me
That's
now?
right, officer. I don't
No,
think there's
I
gonna be
just
a second
don't-
date.
I just don't want you standing behind me because I don't know what you're doing. You could try and even though you're an elderly lady, you could still try
I'm
and
not a
Morgan
late
or
night
do
sneaky
something,
uncle.
Okay? No, I'm not saying that, ma'am. I just don't like it when people stand behind me. All right, it's just for my safety and yours. So, again, if you want me to call the supervisor, I will, but I cannot promise one will come down.
Oh,
You did
because
say
now
she was
supervisors don't even show up. They don't care about the elderly.
No, it's their choice whether if they want to come down or not. They don't have to
Oh,
come down if they
so the
don't
tax
want to or
tax
need to.
dollars that we pay, they get to decide, do they?
Yes, they do,
What-
ma'am.
George,
If they
don't
deem it
pay your
necessary that they
taxes
need to come down, they
anymore.
will. But if they don't deem it necessary, then they don't have to come down. So if you
Worked
really
our
want me to
whole
call
lives
one,
and
I
this
will.
is how we get treated.
You're lucky George gave up fighting last year. Otherwise, you might be in
So
quite a
again, do you-
kerfuffle.
Do you want me to call down a supervisor, or do we
George,
just
what
wanna
do you think?
finish
You want to
wrapping up
talk
what
to
I'm
his
trying to explain
boss?
to you?
Say, the officer just said he's going to call the animal supervisor. What do you think we are?
No,
We're the
I didn't.
elderly.
Us old people, you
We
want to
ain't
stick
the
us in
animals.
cages? Would that make you happy?
Well,
No,
put us
I
in
didn't say
leaves.
that. Just, I'm trying to explain to you
One minute.
both, very politely.
Stop
so
calling
you
me a
cannot be
baby
driving
sheep.
up and down this area. I'm not calling you a baby sheep, alright? I'm just trying to explain to you
You
both
said use.
that you cannot be driving. I'm using it as a term to direct it to
Well,
direct
it
something to
surely
both
isn't
of you
a
guys.
term
Both
of
of you too.
endearment.
I'm
I
not
think
sure about
they're
that, man,
beautiful,
but
you-
just
I prefer if you just
guys-
say you two.
you two cannot be driving up and down this boardwalk, alright? Just-
Alright.
Well, I haven't seen
And
Bono
the
and the
polish-
Ants anywhere near here.
The polish, I believe, I can give you an address of a place that may sell it. I'm not quite sure if they do or not, but they might. I can give you the address.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you stop walking behind me, please?
Stop! Quit being so scared. I got to hear you. You got to talk in my
No,
good ear.
Yeah, if you want me to talk to your good ear, stand in front of me and face it towards me. Walking behind me is just going to make it harder for you to listen. Alright? Now, if you guys want me to give you an address
What?
of an area, of a place that... If you guys want me to give you an address
What?
or a
I know where
business
this
that
is.
will sell...
Oh wait, that's my bad ear. Here we go.
There we go. There you go. If you guys
I know
want
where
me to
this
give
is.
you an address...
We don't
of
want
a
your
place that will sell
address,
polish-
young man. We're
No,
not.
it's
know
of
where
a
this is.
it's of a store. No, guys, it's of a store that will sell polish. All right, and if you want the
don't
polish, you
want a
keep
dress
there.
store.
Or if you want, you
I
can
don't
just head
need a
home
new
or do
dress.
what you want for the rest of the night. No, polish and address the. Sam,
Why
I'm
would you
called.
put polish on a dress?
Why would you do that?
Go ahead.
Well, I don't understand. Why would you polish a dress in a dress store?
I'm quite sure he's trying to put us in a scam. He probably knows the owner of the dress store, and he knows we'll have to buy it.
You know what? He's probably playing good cop, bad cop, but he's just he's both of them, you know? He's mostly the bad one, though.
You're not going to rough us up, are you? You've already pushed him twice.
Negative. I don't need an additional at the moment.
Tell him to quit calling you dispatch.
No, I was talking to the person on the radio. Okay.
I can't hear any music.
Address.
George, do you hear music?
No, it's the radio that I use for work to hear for calls. Okay. Look, you guys can't be driving up and down here, all right?
Where's that supervisor?
Okay, you can't be. Do you really want me to call down a supervisor?
Oh, we've only asked about 107 times. Yeah, and we'd like quiche.
Okay,
too.
as I said, I can't promise that one will come down, so just stand by.
Can you call the head chef?
Yes, get us good seating.
My quiche is so bad that it's invisible!
George, you should probably show him your musical prowess.
Alright, watch it.
George, you have to stand
You
for
okay,
that.
sir?
No,
Give him your famous one, the yo yo yo.
Please don't be singing, sir. Okay.
Yo, we're on
Okay.
Spooky
Just
Beach.
while I'm calling the supervisor, as they're coming down,
Yes.
He knows
Can
how
you say
to
it one
rap,
last
young
time?
lad.
you can't be driving the vehicle up and down this anymore. All right?
Well,
That store is closed, so you're gonna have to go somewhere
establish
else
that with the
or wait for it in the morning.
superintendent.
All right? Okay, but I'm still telling you now. But you can for that store over there, you're just gonna have to wait until
Well, I
it
don't
opens
know
up
if
in the
we should
morning.
listen to you. You beat the
Radio
elderly.
traffic has opened up. So, no, I haven't laid a hand on him. Radio traffic's opened up. I'm gonna call for a supervisor now.
All right, George. 3, 2, 1. No, not lay down. I said I want you to sing for
Oh.
the young lad.
I thought you were saying play dead.
We could try that.
Are you ready, officer? Did you pay for your tickets?
Yes, yes, yes.
Come on. Yo, police sirens. Police. Yo. I haven't written that much of that one yet, but it's a work in progress.
You can
That's not
see
bad.
he's
Yeah,
going to be getting
pretty
a
good.
deal very soon.
I'm a supervisor right now.
He'll
I'm
be in the Fame of Shames
gonna
in no time.
just gonna fill
I
him
can
in
sing
on what's
my
happening.
well-known one.
Yeah, you make sure to tell him you beat the old people.
I work with Snoop Dogg.
That man was he was a dog, but I don't think his name was Snoop.
Oh. Is the Super Troopers coming down?
I think they kept calling him Fluffy, George. Fluffy Dog.
Oh, Fluffy Dog. Oh, nice one.
And he was a Cocker Spaniel. I'm not sure why he was in the studio. Now do us a favor, lad. Don't take out your baton and beat us, okay? And I
Ma'am,
don't
I
want to
haven't laid
try that
fingers on
thing, that tasing thing I've seen on the news. George? George?
Yes?
I don't think that's
Someone's
open.
left some beef
They-
burgers here.
No, they have, are they warm? It's obvious
are
this
very
officer is
very
not going to
stale.
be buying us our quiche.
Well, then maybe you could buy us one of these cold burgers.
I don't want cold meat. It'll give me the worms.
I hope that
Officer?
taxi driver's okay from earlier.
No, I don't. He was an idiot. He nearly got us killed and I had to have a titanium hip installed. I'm practically a robot at this point.
Alright,
Poor Sally.
okay, man. Supervisor's en route. I filled him in on. He's going to be here in a couple
What's
of minutes.
that?
He's coming down here. Ma'am,
he
just
bringing
stop standing
tea?
behind me. If you want me to
Well,
talk
I
to you,
was
just
I was
face your
listening
good ear
with
towards
my
me.
left ear.
Yes,
Stop
I
yelling
know,
at
but
me.
just- I'm not yelling. I'm
Is
talking
we
this,
have
very
your-
is
calm.
this what
Officer
happens before
number?
you start beating me?
No, ma'am. I won't do. I'm not going to do that. Just supervisor's coming down. He's going to explain. He's going to talk to you, and then he's going to
So
explain a few
you're
things to
saying
you. And then
George here is a
we'll all be able
liar
to
and
go.
he just falls down on his own. Is that what you're saying?
He has well, I'm not saying he's a liar, but I am saying that he has fallen down on his own
So you
twice.
admit it.
No, ma'am, I didn't push him or anything, alright? I haven't touched him. He keeps falling over on his own, alright? I haven't laid a hand on him.
Oh, so now you're saying he's clumsy.
Well, I'm not quite sure if he's clumsy or not, ma'am, but...
George!
See? He just done it again. And... Supervisor's seen it. I haven't touched him, alright?
Well, this time, yeah.
Okay, 233.
This gentleman keeps beating us. We're old and frail, and George keeps getting
As I
beaten.
said, I haven't laid a hand on them. He just keeps...
He also promised...
As you've seen, as you pulled up, so...
He also promised us quiche, and we have not received our meal. Also, we've been looking for polish, and he hasn't helped us at all. He keeps trying to give us an address to a dress shop.
I've been trying to give them the address to a store which will sell polish, which they need, as that bike place over there is closed. Every time I try and talk to them, they just... Yeah, things
he pushed
just change.
George
I've
at
also
least
tried
twice.
to explain. I had also explained that they cannot be driving up and down here, as it's for pedestrians, and I haven't laid a hand on him. He just kept doing what he done as
Since
he pulled up.
when
And
do
I'm
they
pretty
make
sure your dash
roads
cam would
for
have caught it.
pedestrians? That's not fair. They're cheating. We need roads for cars.
Okay.
Well, you tell him he has to get us quiche now.
The most important thing to me is that at the end of the day, I get my quiche and my polish, officers. So if
Hang
you
on,
can
I
do
can't
it...
hear you, George. I can't hear you.
Oh, sir.
Not sure how that happens.
Did-
But I do need my quiche. I'm very serious about it.
Okay.
Be careful, George.
So,
You've got to
that's
get yourself
basically
a new
everything.
pair of
So-
loafers.
if you want to try 233, go ahead. I've been very, very patient, and
Yes, go ahead and put
Yeah.
him in the cuffs.
Be honest, he has been very patient.
Who? I was a patient earlier in the hospital. Yes, yes. Is that what you're speaking of,
Oh,
George?
yes. Yes, when you were a man.
I was not a man today, nor have I ever been. I got hit by a
Oh,
car,
sorry.
and I had to have a hip replacement. I'm part robot now. I have titanium hip.
You were hit by a car, and then you had a titanium...
Hip hop.
Hip. Hop, hip, hoppity, hop. Hippity.
George is an amateur rapper, you see.
Well, I mean, professional is a little bit closer to the actual description.
An amateur professional.
Correct. I work with Snoop Dogg.
No, his name was Fluffy Dog. It was a Cocker Spaniel, George. You keep getting it confused.
Yeah, but I mean, he sounded like Snoop Dogg, and he was pretty good at rapping.
He said
He
bark,
was like,
bark.
"Woof, woof, 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 woof,
Okay.
woof, woof, yo, yo."
I'm gonna like to let you both know right now. I would like you both to leave the area, clear off. You're inciting the situation more than it should be going right now.
So
I know
you're
both
okay
old.
with the officers beating the elderly? He wanted to put us in cages.
In a bike cage.
No, remember when he said he was calling the animal supervisor for us?
Oh yeah, he said we were animals.
Yeah, he doesn't like
Do I
old
look like
people.
I got a fluffy tail?
And he
Do
kept
I look
calling
like I
us
got a
baby
fluffy tail?
sheep.
Come on.
He said ewes. I don't believe
Yeah,
we
he's
look
smacking my
sheep.
pony up.
We do have white hair, but we are not sheep.
We do have wool, and he's just trying to sell our woolly hair. Something on the
Right.
side.
I'm gonna let you inform you both right now. I'll like you to leave the area.
You don't want to
I'll
get our
assess the
side of the
situation.
story? You haven't even asked us any questions.
Outside of the story. He wants to sell our hair as wool on the internet.
You're coming
The
out
sheep
with
wore it
stuff
first.
which is irrelevant.
Irrelevant? This man's a crazy man and he has a badge. He beats old
I
people.
think this is unfortunate.
George, we'll have to speak to the top of law enforcement. I think I know how to get a hold of him. Let's just move along. Clearly we'll
All right,
get
then. Thank you,
no
officers.
help here today.
I don't appreciate the elderlies. That's okay with me.
Hang on, George. Let's get their badge numbers. You make sure to remember. What is your badge numbers?
159 Tango.
And yours?
233, how about that? 233.
George, what were the numbers? I didn't quite hear the one on the right.
159 Tango and 233.
Good boy, George. Okay, let's take this somewhere
Right.
else.
I'm not going to remember that.
Well, I don't have a paper.
I don't have a paper or a memory.
What was the numbers?
I do have some paper. Hold on a sec.
Now let me get where I can hear 'em.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. 517259. Why are you pointing at my face, lad?
Hello? I think he's telling us he
Why
wants
is he
us to
just
leave.
pointing at me?
I think he's going to get aggressive, George. Let's go.
He's very passive aggressive, isn't he? 'Cause he doesn't speak much. He just points.
George, come on now. You
Take
can't
off,
afford
machine.
to go to prison at your age.
I just want to tell them that they're doing a really good job round the town.
Oh, yes, that's nice of you, George. It makes them think they're doing things right.
Can
Yeah.
you drive?
You want me to drive, George?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't feel very well.
They were mean to us, George. I don't know how we'll ever fix that. We'll have to tell the rest of the folks at the senior center.
Shall we go straight to the police station then?
I don't think it'll do any good. They'll just have that chap show up.
Oh yeah, they were blimey bonkers, weren't they? They're not very nice to the elderly.
Yeah, that one struck you at least twice. I seen it.
I was really hoping for a better response to my music.
I'm going to stop in here real quick. My friend Mildred lives here. You stay in the car, George, and I'll go talk to her, and we'll organize a protest. I'll be right with you.
Does she like flamingos?
Everyone likes flamingos, George. You know this. All right, guys. With that, Bea Landers has caused a little bit of a problem with her good friend George. She's got a little bit of the hots for George, so we'll see how that turns out. But as always, we're going to be calling it a video here. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Next to that subscribe button's a bell. Hit that. That'll let you know every time I'm putting up a video. And with that, also keep in mind down in the description, there's 2 Discord links. One to my personal Discord, where you can give me scenario suggestions and give me great ideas, so you guys can see that I listen to you and I am trying to do my best to show you what you want to see. And then also our community Discord, where all of our members are a part of. You can get in and engage with us and be part of the community that way. So please check that out. With that, have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.